Hello! Is anyone here?
Us. Lena was here.
There's people.
Our biggest fan.
Amazing. Our number one fan and potentially fellow conspirator. Well, I'm just resizing a window over on my end. Give all the fans time to do that cabbage guy foam at the mouth thing and then settle down before we can start the intro.
Can I do that too?
All right. Hello, Internet, and welcome to the Hexagon tabletop role-playing games. I'm your host, your game master, Brent Rogers, and with me tonight, I have my lovely players, as always. Say hi, lovely players.
Hi.
Hello, lovely players.
Hello, lovely players.
Ooh, spirits are low.
I've never had to
It's
say
all
that
right.
before.
We'll pick them right up out of the freaking garbage and throw them into the sky for all the seagulls to eat as they pass. With me tonight, I have Peter.
Yo, I'm playing One Ton Sue.
CJ.
Yo, I'm playing Jet.
Shy.
No. I'm playing Dinotar.
Yo.
No yo-yos here.
Yo, I'm playing Shunt.
And Bernier.
Yo, I'm playing Rufu.
And we might just have a surprise guest partway through the stream, so keep an eye out for them. Don't blink, you might miss it. Probably not. They'll be here for a couple hours.
If they're here at all.
We find ourselves today with myself DMing at the helm in my campaign as Avatar, Age of Bone. This is an age far in the future, a post-apocalyptic Avatar set 1,000 years after the era of Korra. Lo and behold, she was the last Avatar that anyone knew of. Now that the Avatar has passed into myth and legend, we have our young band of intrepid heroes traveling the land as a new evil stirs, a conflict. Dinosaurs have been invading, and they're being controlled by ninjas who are being controlled by some sort of faceless organization that we don't know where they're from. The attack is on all sides. We are beset by this strange and powerful force. But the Avatar has reappeared as a dinosaur. This dinosaur travels with our new team Avatar, and currently they are set to enter the ancient city at this point of Ba Sing Se, once a futuristic capital of the past, now dilapidated ruins, but still full of some sort of unorthodox life. Robots powered by some mysterious energy source long forgotten roam the streets, building and constructing things, but also tearing them down, perhaps an accumulation of errors over a millennia. Now, Team Avatar crossed the agrarian zone to Ba Sing Se, which is still being maintained, got over the wall, went through, found some supplies, and find themselves walking out into the light mist of rain as it falls over the city, bustling with activity here and there of these robots going about their strange, indefinite tasks. And so you see this large city before you, your back's to the wall with that oily sheen on it. And at the center of it all, the Vanta Black pillar, this huge wall in the center leading to the inner city, which has secrets unknown. But all of you don't necessarily intend to go there. There are flying machines that you need to get over enemy lines. So last session we left off, you guys had just opened the door to the city. You see this all ahead of you. You smell no vegetation here, only metal, dirt, dust. You hear the grinding of stone and metal as the machines work around. You hear like thuds and stomping. And as you come out, I think that you're partially you have some cover with rubble, and you're able to look into the city and see what's going on. This is the part where I say I've been playing around with Midjourney, and so I have some little images that I can bring up to potentially give us an idea of what things are looking like. So this is one of the final ones. It's not raining, unfortunately, in this image, but you can see the buildings. Some of them are perhaps more recognizable, and some of them are futuristic, whose purposes perhaps would be unknown to your characters. You see small vehicles, some with tires, some with legs. There are humanoid shapes that wander around, but if you look more closely, they're a collection of like bolts and things, and perhaps like tubing, like maybe they have like a few arms that hang at their side, and so they look humanoid, but they're not quite people in that sense. Oh, this is just the variations I did of that, and I believe this was the original. Hopefully fit it in. I don't know if I'm fitting this in properly. Can you guys see everything?
That's pretty good.
Pretty good. So there's like little construction robots, larger construction robots. So you can see one that like destroys a full building, and then you see a bunch of like little ones like making up another small building, like brick by brick, sheet by sheet of metal. And many of them, I'll show you this final one. This is the one I worked on. A better representation of the city. Dark, rainy, full of what look like habitations, but detritus and debris littering the streets. This blue energy glowing from what look like to be these machines' eyes, or like in small like places on their bodies. This energy kind of like permeates the city, and this seems to be the energy that everything is running off of. How's the positioning on this? Can I leave it up as is?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Awesome. No need to look at the world map right now. You're in the city of Ba Sing Se. And so I ask all of you, what is it that you would like to do in this moment? You see the city before you. You've just gotten here. I think that you had just started your day too, so it's fairly early.
Hide behind Shen.
Yeah, Shen just opened the door. So, is there any robot close or machine close by?
Well, I think last time like you all stepped out, and like I said, there's like debris, like you guys are kind of hidden a little bit from this, so you can see this stuff before you. And there's no machine, excuse me, very close. But if you wanted to like seek out a machine, like they're not too far either, you know, like within like a couple 100 feet, you could like potentially go run up to one.
Okay. Shen's gonna go out a little ways, and is there a building close by?
I'd say yeah. There's like a half destroyed building, kind of like near the wall. And if you go the other way, you'd have to travel a little bit, like a few minutes. But you see, there's like one of those newer looking, like a newly constructed building as well.
I want to try and open the door to the half destroyed one.
Sure. There's no door. It's partially a ruin. You can go right inside. And there's no machines like close right now, so like you can go in. Is anybody gonna like stand watch as Shen does this, or are you guys like all keeping back as Shen scouts ahead?
Kind of just watching him go forward for a bit.
Everyone's peeping up from behind these ruins.
Yeah,
and you just like confidently walk into this building. Sure.
Yeah, I want to see if there's any like remnants of what used to be.
Sure. I think that you look around in this building, and you're looking for details. You're looking for maybe what was here. And I think you realize fairly quickly that this isn't one of like this building hasn't been here like for 1,000 years. right? These buildings are made and then potentially destroyed and then made again. And there's no furniture in here. There's no items, like personal items. And so it's an empty building in that sense. So you come in and all of the debris is like from walls and ceilings and the floor being kind of trampled by other machines. So it's hollow.
Okay, so nothing of significance at this point, aside from I know that it's not something that was initially in the city 1,000 years ago. So I'm gonna come back out, see that no one's followed, go back to the door. Like, guys, there's all these buildings are new. I mean, new-ish, but they're not originally from the city. They've been built up. You know, from these robots built them.
I don't totally get it,
Yeah.
but I trust you.
Well, I don't think we're gonna find too much in the ways of supplies potentially inside them if they're just kind of new. But I think we should probably go look for that flying machine that Jet saw earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was over in that direction, but it was, flying, so I don't know where it might be now.
Well,
Also,
might as
what
well
are
go that
these-
way and see what we can find.
What are these robots building these buildings for? Like,
I don't know.
do they sleep in houses and stuff?
Maybe it's just what they're supposed to do. You know, like builders build, hunters hunt. Maybe these machines just, that's what they're supposed to do.
Gosh.
No one ever told them to stop.
Hopefully no one ever told them to attack strange people who show up.
There's only one way to find out.
I don't like
That sounds scary.
Let's try to
Wait.
avoid that.
So if they see us, then we'll find out.
Oh, I forgot Rufu can do it. It's fine. Rufu's a genius at this. Taking down these robots.
I don't know. I feel like kind of an idiot at this. I mean, it's all metal here. There's hardly any sand.
Yeah.
Like you say that and you guys all feel the ground. And this is like hard rock. And it seems that there's like metal, like fragments, dust in it, like in the soil itself. Just years of this construction going on have like created this like fine powder that's resting at the bottom of this. And don't forget the city is lower, right? So now that you're in here, I think all the buildings seem that much taller as you look in, and like there are like these big skyscrapers that kind of come in. There's these lower apartment type buildings like that we would be used to in modern life, and then there's like those like bulbous antenna buildings with like circle like half spheres on them. Probably like railways like going through some of the buildings and around, like above the ground.
Yeah, I'm gonna sort of just like stamp my foot down and like see if I can bend it at all.
Yeah, I think you're able to bend, but there's the idea that maybe there's like in certain places there's less earth available.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there could be underground facilities.
Okay. Yeah, I just like sort of try and pop up a little rock.
Yeah, so I think you do that, and like you see like metal wires and stuff sticking out of it. Like you just ripped something up.
Oh, put it back. Just step on it a little bit.
And I'm just like, oh, oh my.
That's okay, right, Chen?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. It's the first time I've kind of been on the floor, the ground floor of the city. I kind of just saw everything from the wall before.
What? You made it seem like you were a freaking expert.
I know a bit about machinery, but that's about it.
I want to say that, like, this entire time, I think Kaloni is entirely, like, I'm sorry for this word, but gobsmacked. Like, technology is weird to her. And seeing so much of it in one place, and even, like, the functions of these robots, it's really just perplexing. Because she's used to organic things. And spirits who look more organic. So she's like literally in awe, but terrified awe. She's really gonna be like you can tell she's like hovering around Ananta a little bit more. She's like, she feels entirely out of place. Like there's no, this is gonna be a really bad choice of wording, but there's no grounding for her here.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like looking at things, but she's definitely like being reliant.
Yeah. So I think Anata is like on guard a little bit down here. So she's like combat ready. So you can be, you know, at her back. I will say it is like that mist of rain is warm a little bit as it comes down here to the lower level. And there's a bit of like a rhythm to the sounds of the city. And it's like kind of comforting, like a trance as you start to enter into this, you know, metal ecosystem. I'm going to take one moment. Is our other player integrated?
Oh, I did not know he was here. Oh, it'll be quick. I have him set up. 1 second.
So as that happens, I think I'll introduce the other player. Our other player is Shadim, and he's going to be playing a new character who has not been introduced yet. So we'll introduce him when it is time. Right now, I think, Kaloni, as you're on guard, you sense something. And unlike all of this alien architecture, this alien living forest of metal, this is something you are familiar with. And a small kind of like spirit, vaguely in the shape of like a person, but like small and squat, is like skipping across the ground, and then kind of like stops, looks both ways, crosses the street, and seems to be coming towards where all of you are. And it's this like little like ankle high kind of spirit. And I think you see it coming from like, you know, pretty far away.
I mean, it seems quite jovial. So I imagine Kaloni is going to be like, you know, something familiar, exciting, and basically do like the mother thing where she like squats down with her arms out and she's like, come here, and she's like beckoning to the little thing.
I'm coming, mama.
Don't call me that.
Is that what it sounds like?
That's what I sound like.
Run! What is that?
And why is it calling her mama?
Pops up into your arms.
But yeah.
What is Kaloni? Are you a mother?
No, I am not a mother. Just hold on. Just still waiting on how long? How far is this thing? Is it like a slow motion?
It hops up into your arms. It's like here now.
Okay.
It like comes over. It has like a little bit of like a pompadour.
Oh God.
You see, it has like little mini like what looks like sunglasses that it's wearing. It's like, hey, big mama, you look pretty friendly. How's about you could take me somewhere?
She's gonna pat it and please stop calling me Big Mama. Where do you need to go, little? Oh, okay. Is this Johnny Bravo?
Johnny Bravo.
Someone caught that quick.
Shall we do the monkey? With it?
Stop it!
That's how you appease him.
Amazing. So wait, you drop him? Is that what you said?
No. She's patting his head and she's like, where do you need to go? What's going on? What's happening?
Yeah, don't forget he's like kind of squat, like his shoulders are like head level kind of thing. And then you're like, oh well, I got a job I gotta do, and I need you to do the job.
I think she's gonna set it down.
Yeah. And he looks around at everyone and goes, "This your crew?"
Yeah, yeah, these are my friends.
Why?
I'm combing his spirit like top.
What's going on? What do you need? It's something? How are you living here? Did you not just see all those crazy, weird machines? Like, what is happening?
Oh yeah, they've been here. Hoo-ha! He like looks and he, like
I'm in
directs
love.
all of his attention over to
Can
one
I keep
way.
him? Kalani looks at everyone. Can I keep him?
I don't know if you have a choice. I think he wants to keep you.
Yeah, the last one that we had jumped off the top of a wall off my back. So you can
Wait.
Hey, you
Can
know that
give us
guy?
food? The other one
What-
could give
what-
us food.
Yeah, is your skin food?
Whoa. Don't eat me.
Do they all say that?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you just like a little man? I'm
Whoa.
really confused.
I don't really know anybody who tells you to eat them,
Right.
or do I?
Could we try
I know
going for that
something.
machine now?
What do you need to be done? Is it? Yeah. What is your name? What can I call you, little? She like has no idea how to refer to this.
Call me
I feel like his
Bravi.
name is Johnny.
Johnny Bravi.
Johnny Bravi.
J Brav.
J Brav for short. You read my mind. That's exactly what J Brav for short. Look, I got set with a task, and there's nobody around here, so good thing I ran into all of you. And if this is your crew, and I know I can trust you, because there's a little bit of a resonance between us, eh? Then let's go that way.
Oh, mama.
Yeah.
What?
We need a flying machine.
Yeah, we saw one
This could be on
that way, Jet, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this will get you a flying machine for sure.
What?
All right then.
All right. Well, let's go then.
Okay.
Okay, but before we go, we gotta be quiet. Don't alert none of these machines. This is a stealth mission.
Oh no.
Do lights. dim.
Okay.
Lead the way, Johnny. Lead the way.
He like starts tiptoeing, stops, looks around, starts running.
Oh, wow.
But he's really slow. Like you guys can just walk. And he's just like. "Ah."
Maybe it's better if you actually do pick him up. Just he'll move faster.
How do you-
Yeah, sure. Okay, Johnny, do you want to hold
Just
you
throw
as
him on
a-
top of Joe.
I got this.
Well, this
Don't
is
worry
a
about me.
stealth mission.
Just follow.
Looks like you're struggling.
Can I just pick him up and put him on top of Joe?
He'll like dodge. He'll like dive to the ground, tumble, come up.
Now it's a game.
Don't
So
trust me.
Hey, let's just leave the guy.
Get him, Rufu.
Joel's like coming in from the other side.
I've got an angel and a devil on my shoulder here. Who do I listen to? I'm gonna get him. Can I try to like bring up like little pillars to like block him in? Come on.
Yeah, from his point of view, he's like dodging around. And Boss just like on the other side of one of the pillars clotheslines him for you.
That's incredible.
So
What's
you
this
grab
happening?
him?
Shen's just moving forward.
I did teach Boss those those jabs.
Yeah, he jabs, but it's a clothesline instead.
Beautiful.
Amazing. So Shen, you're moving forward.
Yeah.
You pick up J Brav.
Oh no, I don't pick him up. While this is happening, I just want to go past them.
Yeah, no, I said Rufu will pick up.
Oh, okay.
J Brav.
Okay.
So you go past him. So you start to kind of like go forward, and so J Brav is gonna start giving you guys some directions of like, yeah, turn right here, go down the street. He's like up on your shoulder now, Rufu, as if that never happened, and like pointing the way while like holding you. You guys are gonna have to roll me for that travel.
Damn, we're still at it. All right.
And the
Those
city
demon
is busy. So you're going to start with 1 negative per travel day in terms of like going for the encounter.
I did bad, boys. I did bad.
Me
Me
too.
too.
Oh,
no, we're gonna
guys,
die.
wait.
We're gonna die.
Wait.
Okay, wait. What did you? What'd you
I
get?
did bad, guys. Oh no.
Give me the rolls one by one.
3.
3 as well.
6.
7.
That's not bad.
You have 7
Well, it's the
failures.
-1.
I guess so. 7 is a +1, no?
Yeah,
But
7
I
is
rolled,
a
so
plus
7
one.
was at the minus. Am I telling you with the minus or without the minus?
No, I think he means we have 1 like fail.
You have 1 excuse me. You have 1
success.
success for the day from Coloni.
Yep.
And you have 7 total failures.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus God.
Yeah, because 3 are -2s.
Exactly.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, what could go wrong? That's really rough, guys. I think as you turn like your second corner into the city, you see this huge thing in front of you that we have on the screen. An enormous machine, kind of, and I don't know how well you can see it here, but it's essentially the shape of like a dog, but with a flat face with the myriad of blue eyes at the front. And next to it is hovering this drone, and the drone is like scanning the environment. And it kind of like prowls forward, and you see like a few other like small construction bots like skitter out of there.
Shen, like, is it like around the corner or like right in front of us?
It's around the corner, so it's not like it comes out and surprise. Like you see it here, and it's fully blocking the area.
Okay, so Shen like stops and puts his arms out, like there's a big one right around the corner. It's got some kind of sensor machine next to it too. Looks like it's scanning. We gotta
Johnny,
careful.
where are you leading us, pal?
Is there another way to go? Spirit thing?
We could, we go around that way.
Okay.
So he starts to lead you back. You come around from a different angle. You approach the same kind of district that he's trying to lead you to. There's another one of these.
J-Brev, they're all over the place.
He goes, usually there's not that many of them around, but maybe there was an accident in the construction zone.
What do these do?
Well, they're kind of like, the bouncers of the city.
Who do
That's
they
bad.
bounce? There's no one here.
Us?
Sounds bad. I don't
Right,
know what
do
a
you think-
bouncer is, but it sounds really bad.
Do you think we're
Oh,
I don't
yes.
want to get bounced.
Wait,
Oh.
there are more of you?
Well, kind of, yeah. If any spirits going to wander in, these guys will take care of them.
By doing what?
Well, it's kind of, they do this thing and they get all scary and then they kind of like suck you into them. And then it's really bad for people like me. I don't know what would happen to you. You got, you like pitches like Rufu. You got them fleshy flesh. So
Are you guys that blue light that we see out of them? Are they like sucking you up and using your... I don't even know what.
well, if they suck up enough spirits, they go deposit them. They go to the middle of the city. So maybe that could be.
Wait, there's a bunch of spirits in the middle of the city?
Well, they never come back out. So
Oh, gosh.
That's not good.
no, spirits don't really come here.
So
you know.
why are you here?
Yeah, I'm sightseeing.
What?
And also I have a mission that I told you about that I need help
What
with.
is it?
You didn't tell us about the missing. You just said you had one.
Well,
Pass.
we have to be quiet. We can't alert any of these big machines.
Okay, what's
we
the
have to get
mission?
into that building over there. So he like points, and there's like a building, and it looks like it's one of those newly constructed buildings. And I think that with the poor rolls that have happened, you guys can see that it looks like one of the mechanical like construction bots had started like redoing one of the outer walls, and then something crumbled and crushed it.
The bot or the
bot
the
itself.
building?
Like the
Okay.
small, like the construction bot, like maybe a piece of like a dilapidated building like next to it fell, crushed the bot, and so the bouncers are like around this area, and they're keeping a lookout and scanning for why this happened.
Okay. Are there any manhole covers on the ground?
I think not necessarily like a sewer, but you do see that there's several places where a bunch of cables like get together and then go into like an opening in the side of a street and then seem to go underground. So there's a few places like that you can see.
Because I want to see if we can use that kind of underground tunnel way to get through this area underneath these big boys.
Sure. So do you want to go like to like a street that's like not too close and kind of attempt this?
Yeah, I want to see where that like those wires lead.
Yep,
underneath
absolutely.
the road.
So you go over. I think you start using earthbending to like tear up the street a little bit and like open up one of these like wire nexuses. And as you get into it, you realize that there are tunnels here, and they're not like a wall made of concrete or earth. They're lined with cables, and so it's like a cable highway under the city. And so you're able to fully get in and kind of like squeeze through the cables, but it's fairly tight.
So Rufu would not, rather Jolo wouldn't be able to fit through.
It would like be really difficult for him to continually move around. Like he'd get caught in cables and potentially like unplug a bunch of cables, and it might be an issue.
Okay. So this is a potential way through, guys, but I think Jolo would have a bit of difficulty with this.
Kaloni, do you want to like sweep the area a little bit? Like we can like both go in different directions and try and stay under some sort of cover and come back and see what we've assessed.
Oh, sorry. Thought there was something behind.
She'll like jump slightly at that and be like, yeah, I think I can do that. It's a good idea. And she'll like look and see if there's any like rubble or, type of broken area where she can like quickly run behind, or, a path to see how far she can get stealthily. Be like, okay, I can go there.
Yeah, you can find a way forward, and don't forget, there's water from the rain around too, and so I think that technically, like you could create cover if you really wanted. Like you could create ice or something like that.
I think it would be really suspicious to create a bunch of smoke or fog in like a centered area.
They're machines.
Yeah, they clearly see.
Yeah, but I just don't think machines have the same kind of thought processes that we might have.
Not to shrugs. They didn't seem that intelligent based on the one that we defeated.
I think they're looking for specific signatures or something specific. Like, look, they know how to absorb spirits apparently, but so like they're looking for something. But like, if you kind of hide yourself in nature, I don't think they'll see that as a bit weird.
And I could stick nearby you and keep an eye on the big one while you look around for maybe like our best way out. our best way in.
If you want to make fog, I can try and like. If you want to make fog for me, I'll do it.
It's okay. It's okay. And she'll just start because we're still inside, right? So she'll just start grabbing Rain and trying to like create a foggy mist type of area from the entryway, and extend it as far as she can, and then push it out further. So then, even if more than one person wants to go with her, like if maybe it's her and Shen, so Jet can go another way or whatever it is, like she'll try and project that forward.
Okay, so I'm getting a little. So you're trying to put up the fog. What's happening with the cable highway? Is anyone trying to go through there?
Right now, no. I feel like that I was going to use that as like a last resort. For now, I'm trying to.
I can just go check out in there if you want.
Personally, I was trying to find a way that everyone can go through, but
What does it matter if we all meet up at the same place in the end?
well, it's because Jolo won't be able to go through that underground. That's all.
That's true.
Joe like pulls his head out of like the cables and they're like stuck on his horn. He's like,
Whoa, watch out, buddy.
How'd you get in there already?
Or
He's really gung ho.
make a distraction and have them move out of the way before.
My mind was going there.
Like if we they moved because something got crushed, right? So what if we crush like another thing further away to have it move?
Oh, I like that plan.
Or can you guys like knock a building over?
All these buildings are metal, right?
Are they fully metal?
It looks to be. I haven't
She'll
seen
like
something
knock
of-
on.
they're metal. Some of them are mixed. Like some of them have bricks and stuff as well. So
Ideally, with Coloni, though, the hope is to roll and assess the situation, so we can maybe answer some key questions. So I know you're like creating cover with your mist, and I'll join you if I can give you like the help action or the one fatigue to give you a +1.
yep, absolutely. So you want the mist to be and assess the situation, so you guys can have cover to look around.
I don't know how you.
Creativity. I mean, I can roll it if you want.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that being the role for.
All right, and I'll mark a fatigue for you.
You don't have to mark it yet. So the way that it works is that if she gets a 6, you can mark fatigue to bump it up to a hit. If it's a 9, you can mark fatigue to bump it up to a 10.
So who's going with Coloni?
I think Jet said he was going with Coloni.
Shen was.
Blue, Rufu, if you want, we can go and try and find something to crush to create a distraction.
Can I just? I want to ask something. I want to ask J Broff. J Broff, are you telling me there's through here? There's an airship.
No,
Oh,
not through here.
well, where?
But you could potentially as a result of this mission.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go with you, Shen. Let's go together.
Okay.
I thought at the end of this little tunnel there was an airship.
No, we were just trying to get past the big robots to continue going towards.
Yeah, that I know. That I know.
I do not appreciate it.
All right.
Hey,
So
J Rob, are you going to come with us or are you going to stay here?
Oh, I'll come with you, big mama. Whoa! Jumps off Rulu.
I was-
to, your shoulder.
Yeah, like he's going to
Have
jump on
fun
my
with
back or
that.
some shit. She catch. Okay. She'll start bending.
Absolutely. So you start to bend. Roll me that 2d6 with creativity. and we'll see what you get, and we'll see if everybody can scatter.
So I got success with consequences as an 8. So Jet does not have to mark a fatigue, right?
No. 8. Nope. Why didn't you get a 9? Come on.
Perfect. So success with consequences. You guys split up, and I think as a party, what's the question you want me to answer from the assess a situation list?
Personally, Shen wants to know how to move forward past these things.
Best way through is one of the questions.
Yeah, best way through.
So let's see a general consensus. Best way through. I think the best way through, as you look around under the cover of the mist, and you see the scans kind of hit the mist and pierce it a little, but then kind of like fall off, giving you guys a little bit of cover to move a little bit more freely around the bouncers. There are 3 bouncers that are kind of like doing like a circuit around. They kind of walk, sit, stand still, then walk again, sit, stand still. The best way through, as far as you can tell, is not by approaching the building. There is no entrance. And so potentially wherever that, like where you see the crushed robot and there's like the debris, that maybe was supposed to be the entrance that it was working on, and then it like messed up. Or the debris fell and covered the entrance. Something went wrong there. So it doesn't look like there's a way in. And indeed, there are no windows on this building. It's rather plain, but new. Almost like the machines forgot. So I think that in terms of your best way through is going to be maybe underground, or to make your own entrance.
Make a window.
Who went with Kaloni for this?
Me.
Okay. And Johnny. I want Kaloni to like heft Johnny onto her back like a little backpack. I'm imagining like a mini backpack, but it's just Johnny. And Jet has Mr. Mushroom.
No. I had Mr. Mushroom.
Okay.
I hate that guy.
I had Mr. Mushroom, and now Kaloni has Johnny. She hefts him, and she's like, "All right, Johnny, do you think you can help us through here, or does Jet need to?" And she'll like pat Jet on the shoulder. Use his muscles.
I think if you could use the muscles, but quietly, that's the best way.
Quietly.
Can you
like
quietly use your
this
muscles?
is your crew. They're they seem like capable. Maybe they could just quietly make a door.
I mean, that's not the worst idea.
Make an exit. Really, what I need is an exit.
How big of an exit?
An egress.
A quiet egress.
So, like, the door needs to be like your size, or are you trying to get something much bigger out?
Oh no, it's got to be about. Yeah, just like points at a height. Who's the tallest out of all of you?
I
assume
Shen or Zoo?
So maybe Shen.
Shen's
So he
at
puts like around
5'11".
Shen's height. He's like that height.
Oh. Okay, well, let's go back to them then. Unless there's something else.
Jolo height, we're good.
The whole time, Kaloni's arms are like flailing about as she's bending. It's like,
Yeah, Nanta's like trying to keep the mist like low, like instead of like floating up or stuff. So she's like bending like a low atmosphere here. So what are you guys doing? There's a couple options potentially, but it doesn't look like these machines, these bouncers, are going anywhere. Like they just are patrolling here kind of indefinitely at this point, potentially until other machines come.
That's what I wanted to try out because from all evidence, it looked like they were coming here because one of these robots got crushed. So I'm wondering if we go like a few streets away, find another small robot, crush it, would they move away?
You want to try that?
Yes.
Tell me where to crush.
So you go a few streets away. Anyone else come with Shen, or are you doing this alone?
I'm with
I
Shen.
said I was going with Shen. Yeah.
All right, perfect. So small group splits off as the rest of the group kind of like watches.
The wrecking crew.
As a group consensus, does Joe come with me or does Joe stay with Kaloni and Jet?
Can you be quiet?
I think Joe wants to come with, like, he'll follow you.
Okay, then come on.
It is.
Let's go, buddy.
So he comes with you. And you guys are, I think, just like a couple blocks over, you're able to find like a small group of these construction droids. These ones seem to be like have treads and they're like more squat and yellow, but they still have like a camera shaped apparatus at their head. And as they come forward, like you see some of them have like an arm that's extended and it seems to be spraying some sort of material that's forming into like a foundation for a building. Modern day standards, they're essentially 3D printing like with cement.
So, basically shown to find the closest group around some sort of earth bendable building to cause it to fall over onto them.
Well, we should be able to bend cement.
Is cement earth?
Yeah, it's crushed gravel.
It is.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just crushed rock. And then the water and
But if they're just laying foundation, that's not enough for it to, like, we need something like higher up.
Yeah,
But there's probably buildings
there's
around.
buildings kind of all over the place. So I'll say like there's like a high up portion of a building, like a one single wall left on a floor, kind of like waiting. So if you guys want, I don't know if one of you wants to do it or if you want to do it together.
Well, I believe some of us have the work together.
Oh,
Group
yes.
bending.
yes, we do.
Oh,
I think
teamwork. You're out of the team, Jet.
earthbending boys unite.
-1.
Power Rangers, but in
We got the
earthbending.
Avatar too.
And an earthbending, all of the earths.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
the
Roll me your rely on skills and training. I believe you can do now because you guys have the group bending.
Very nice.
that's a 9.
Which is what again?
Rely on skills and training.
Focus or farming?
Does this count as dangerously smashing my way through walls or other obstacles?
It's
Yeah.
an 8
Okay.
for me.
Because I can use passion instead of focus in that case.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, and you're not trying to
Just
be particularly
demolition.
quiet about this. Yeah.
okay, come on, please. Yes. That is 12.
Wow.
Damn.
So 12, a 9, and
8.
an 8. Absolutely, you guys fling this wall off with excessive force from Stu, and I think that it looks like it's going to hit all of these like work construction bots, and then all of them kind of like get up and move out of the way, and then just one is like and he just gets flattened completely. Dust and rubble as it like gets squished by this big crash.
Brent, you've got your
That'll-
first hot sauce redemption, baby.
What?
Oh, level 1.
Level 1. Level 1.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
It's about to get
And it
spicy.
begins.
A spicy
Spice up
success.
your life.
Thank you, Slushy.
Well, thank you for redeeming. So who redeemed it?
Slushy
We
up.
dogs.
The one and only.
Well,
Honestly,
thank
the
you,
best
Slushy
puff.
Wait a
There's
minute.
one small problem. I'm not sure how
It's the unboxing.
it is an unboxing. I wish I could show you. Okay,
So many hot sauces.
Need some scissors or something?
I got it. Level 1, you said?
Yeah, very generous.
Oh, she's only starting here. She's gonna go up.
How many levels do we even have? 3,
Level 1
5,
is
I think.
4, 5.
There's
I put
11 levels.
I put 5 to start because it takes a long time for me to make each. Not a long time, but too long to do it all in one sitting. 5 today, 5 next time tomorrow.
All right.
Jess is here.
Slacker.
So we're just gonna hope that this isn't too
Pays
spicy.
for level 11.
I mean, it's a level 1, right? So
It's level
hopefully
1. Get out of
Yeah,
here.
just
It's
freaking
like
I'm
Tabasco.
gonna start at a level 1.
How much do
Just
I have to
freaking-
drink? We didn't really
Glug,
say
glug, glug.
anything. If someone subscribes, I'll drink the whole bottle.
Teaspoon?
A spoon.
A shot.
I do not think
A
the
teaspoon,
whole
yeah.
bottle is a no-no.
The whole fucking.
A shot.
whole
That's a
bottle.
little excessive.
gonna
chug
Next
the
time we'll have a
bottle.
little shot glass, and we'll do it a little bit differently. For this time, I guess
I'll if I have to chug the bottle, I'm going to be playing this game
So
from the toilet.
level 1 is
That's-
wasabi.
For sure.
It's
I'll
this is
set up the
wasabi.
cam,
Easy.
baby.
Okay.
Oh, that's like a horseradish. That's not so bad.
Yo, can we
Yeah.
3D print hexagon teaspoons for this?
Hell yeah.
So, wasabi?
I'll bring it to the board.
Honestly, this is delicious. This is so good.
You're welcome then.
I want to have tea time with those.
Well, thank you very much. So where were we?
A little robot got crushed.
Robot got crushed. Whoosh, splat. I'm full of energy all of a
Right,
sudden.
let's move out of the way and kind of hide in case these large boys come back.
So Ananta and Jet and Koloni, people who stayed back, and I guess Jabrov too. You guys see the bouncer bot, like all of them get up in like unison. The drones like fly ahead and they start to bound over.
Do we hear like a thud? Like,
I think
I
we
think
probably
get
know to
closer,
book it.
You'll
though.
start hearing like
yeah, but that's it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's get out of here.
As soon as it fell, like go, 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 go.
yeah, you guys take a moment, hear the thudding, run, start going around the other side of the block. As you run, though, you are going to come face to face with another robot.
What does this one look like?
This one is all black with silver arms that kind of like hang all the way down to the ground. And it's like very slender and straight. And the head of this robot has a visor that's just glowing blue.
I don't like that at all.
All right.
So it's got these like stainless steel segmented like whip arms that hang all the way to the floor.
Oh no.
And
Like,
it's like as you round the corner, it's like here in front of you, just standing there.
Sand disc.
Do you like immediately attack it? Like, do you want to go into an exchange like right away?
If I can't, if there's no other way out, that
It's not moving; it's just standing here.
You must just kind of try and still move away from it without actually doing anything to it.
Can we go like over it with a path? Like
You go
earth bend
right
a
around
path
it.
over it
You can
and
just
jump.
walk right around this thing. Like it's not blocked. There's not like a blocked path.
Or can we earthbend blocks out of the wall to like walk around the wall, like up and around it to stay away from it?
Sure.
Cool. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to run past it via the wall.
Also, is it like looking directly at us?
It seems to be facing your direction.
Okay.
I mean, it has no eyes. You can't see it.
Okay.
Did I have the
I know
sense
that
that I could bend the cables in the ground?
I think so. I think like when you ripped up that piece, it's like there's some that you can bend.
Cool. I want to get ready in case it does move to bend those cables and restrain it.
Sure. So you follow up with the like up on the building. So I think as you run up the building, Jolo is like having to like earth bend a little bit extra to support his weight, kind of thing. He's like a couple steps, and he's like, ugh, and creates some steps for himself, and like runs up after you. So as you guys all travel up the building, you see its head,
Up at us?
and it just stares straight up at you. And as you disappear like over the top of the building and kind of keep going,
Well, wait.
doesn't
As we're
do
like, as we're running. Oh, well, it does. If it doesn't do anything, then maybe I
it
won't
just
do
stares
anything.
at you.
So, and just a quick aside, we've been asked
creeping me
what our boon and bane is. If you want to explain that quickly for everybody.
Absolutely. I don't remember what it is. What's the boon and bane?
Boon is like a boon, like a
Advantage?
good thing. So
Boon's-
yeah, extra
Or
dice or
disadvantage.
extra roll, and then
Oh,
Bane.
a reroll, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
pretty.
we roll like
Advantage or disadvantage,
in this
but-
system, essentially we reroll a d6 and take the better or the worst, depending on if it's Bane or Boon.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, that's what we would agreed on for this one. So one in this system, one of 2d6 in a d20 system, just the whole d20.
I did want to say though, as we're running up the building, the thing's creepy looking at us. So can I just like pop a little piece of rock like in front of its face so it can't see us?
Yeah,
Screen.
it's looking straight up at you, so you want to like from the
Well, like
building screen-
as we're going up, I see it looking at us like, oh god, and just like block its view for a bit, and then once we round the corner, the rock will just like
yeah,
fall
absolutely.
off.
You look down at it, bend that off the wall, just put a sheet in between you guys and it, and get out of there. So you guys run back. You meet up with everybody else next to the building. The big like dog robot, the guard bots, seem to be not here. They're not coming.
Let's go.
Okay,
don't
just
waste any
to let
time.
everyone know, there was this like smaller human-looking robot with a blue visor that saw us as we were running away. So just keep an eye out for that thing. It had like long arms that reached down to the ground. Just keep
He
an eye
left
out
us
for that.
alone. We'll deal with it when it comes to it. Let's
Yeah,
go.
they need to know too. I'm saying this as we're like walking. But
Always walk and talk.
I'm hustling. I ain't walking. I guess I have small little legs.
Power walking.
I think Colonie, roll a harmony.
9.
Yeah, you see Jay Brav kind of like go 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 go, and he's like like motioning everyone to go quickly to the building while the guard dogs are gone. We gotta hurry up.
Shen doesn't want to keep an eye out, so he's gonna kind of post up at the back.
we need to make a door somehow or something. The entrance is blocked,
You're an earthbender, aren't you?
but it's metal. I can't bend it.
So Shen will come back to the front and try.
I go to the back.
Wait, describe to me how you bend this and like this exit to the building.
just open to.
You like create this huge split in the side of the building,
But quietly.
and all of you see someone just sitting in the corner. Please describe yourself, Kai Tome.
Oh baby, yeah. He's a 5'8" dude, a little darker skin. He kind of looks like Brock. His eyes are always closed, but he has a bowl cut, and he's
Nice.
Brock with a
Brock with a
Great.
bowl.
Solid.
he's wearing
That's a
like,
look right there. That is a fucking look.
monk robes, but they're in like bright red colors. And you could see he has like a tattoo of like dragon scales on his chest a little bit, and he's just chilling out, vibing, eating some bars, some honey bars.
Yeah, he seems to have some sort of rations that he's kind of eaten. Maybe some wrappers on the side. You've been here a couple days.
Are you okay?
Wait,
person.
who's this?
Jay Brav like
that
jumps
food?
off Colonie, comes up, and then he kind of like looks at you and says, "I got you an exit."
Well, I like I see them. I like float down, bounce from like edges of the wall and come down to you guys and bend down to the little guy. And I go, well, a job's a job. Tell me what you need and meet me back in the Fire Nation, and I'll pay you handsomely. How does that
You're gonna
sound,
pay me
man?
now, according to the contract. And he grabs your ration bars and he's like,
Hey,
"This is what
those
you
are
offer."
mine.
Not my
All right,
contract. He's
All
like,
right,
"Don't
a
wake them up."
job's a job. Take them, you little asshole.
Oh, wait. Oh, Johnny.
He stops. He goes, "Sorry, Big Mama. Job's done. I got my pay. I gotta go home. Can't be looking after you all the time." He looks down. He grabs one bar and tosses it to you. You gain one ration.
How many did he take? 2.
He's got like I don't know. He's carrying it like it's a huge load, but it's probably like 5 or 6 bars.
Okay.
It's almost all of them.
Kalani's actually disappointed right now. My little spirit friend.
I'm like looking
Wait,
up. Still
Before you go,
squatting.
where's the flying machine?
Yeah, what the heck?
Oh right.
Give us another bar.
He's got some pretty good knowledge of the city. He came here with some well equipped to know where he was going, what he was doing.
What?
So potentially he'll help you out.
Oh, we got gypped. We just got passed on.
Don't like spirits.
As soon as you say we got
Yeah.
gypped, he's like running out of there.
I'm still like Onizuka squatting, crying about my bars. Oh, they were so tasty.
I won't chase after him, but I will still put up like tiny little pillars.
Dodges them all. You know what? Hold on, give me 1 second.
Does he drop things?
I'll throw a disc at him.
No.
He's fucking amazing. He does amazing. He dodges all of them. Like, flips over the last one, puts the bars under his arm, and keeps running.
He was holding out on us.
Yeah. I think we weren't playing a game of pool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
taking me forever.
bastard's surprisingly spry.
So
I
like-
think he probably stops when he's like a good distance away. He like calls back. If you need me, just call me.
Yell, yeah, I know what to do. Now, like, look up at everyone.
maybe not so loud.
As you
you
say
still got
that, you
machines around?
see some machines like coming closer to the building. It seems to be like another group of these construction bots that are like.
Close it up. Close it up.
Yeah.
No, we need to get out of here.
Is the ground like solid metal in here?
In here, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we can go out the back, I guess.
I take a
So I'll
rock.
close the front.
Make another like close up the metal.
Yeah, friends, I'd rather not stay. I've been here for a few days and the food's been running low.
Don't worry, you can eat my backpack.
Yeah,
We
but
don't even know
Offer
this
a
guy.
stranger our food?
before that, what are you doing here?
Yeah, Jolo's like sniffing you like this big Triceratops dinosaur.
I like bounce back, like back towards my staff that's for the back of the room, and I pick it up. I go, salutations. I'm Tome Kai. I've been trapped here for a few days, actually, but you know, the Great Flame always provides, and the citizens of the Ash, they've come to save me. Thank you.
Ash?
Ugh.
None of us are that, unfortunately. But why are you here in the ancient city?
Oh, research. And I like turn away from everyone, like face up. My family history has brought me on an epic quest to learn more about myself. And it's led me here. And I like turn back to everyone.
Who's he talking to?
Yeah, and Kalani's gonna lean into Jet, like, what is wrong with him?
I've seen so many different types of people. I've never met anyone like this guy.
I like breeze up, jump up lightly, and like land next to you guys, put my arms around your shoulder. Well, I think everyone should live freely. What brings
This
you
guy's
guys
great.
over here?
I'm sorry. Kaloni is. Can I get an observation? And Kaloni needs. You have a staff, but you're a fire nation, and you have a great flame. What's happening?
Yeah, I think Ananta's smiling, and Tome, you immediately notice that there's an airbender, there's a Ventacrista with the group, and you recognize that she's a medical, like of the medical profession, and all of her robes are kind of like rolled up in such a way so that like it's as if she was in a like not like in an emergency kind of situation. Like you want all of your clothing, like your billowy roby clothing, to be tight and tied up so as to not get in the way of what you're doing.
I like turn to her. I'll be like, "Oh, what temple you from? You look like you know a thing or two."
I am perhaps of all the temples. And she like blushes a little bit in your direction. She goes, are you from the Eastern Temple?
I like buzz down, grab her hand. Sweet babe, I'm from the Fire Nation, but I've learned in the Western Temple for some time. Oh,
I should have guessed. She seems bashful, and it looks at Clody and like, we traded one brazen young boy for another.
and I
I've
pop
never
back
seen
up.
that.
I thirst for knowledge, and this city's ripe
How
with it.
old does this boy seem?
Typical Brock, always hitting on the freaking nurses.
And I turn. I guess I'll look at Colony now. Do I like notice anything different or like spiritual about her just by looking at her?
Is Bobo out right now or no?
Bobo is not out right now, no.
So nothing, I think, on the surface. She's clearly Water Tribe, and I think that everybody else. Why doesn't everyone just describe their characters real quick? I think that it'd be a nice little refresher for everybody.
Sure.
With all of your new equipment and whatever has happened to you during the campaign.
New equipment?
And things that have happened to you?
The battle stops.
And like nothing's happened.
I'm Jet. I'm a short, like 16, 17-year-old, long hair, kind of like tied up, / braided up, / knotted up, goggles on my head, bunch of like sandy colored clothing and like kind of like sandy colored skin too. I have a satchel with like something in it. You can see it's being weighed down, and a backpack made of mushroom skin.
Almost a half backpack.
It's a bite. There's a bite from it now. A couple bites.
How youthful.
All right. Shen is a bit taller, around 19, solidly built, kind of tan skin, wearing like these rugged coveralls, but like half of it's like the top half is down, tied around his waist with just like a white shirt underneath, and at his waist he has a bunch of like little tools and such, as well as just little pouches filled with all his knickknacks.
Groovy.
I can go next. Jolo is somewhere between 10 and 12.
Jolo's a dinosaur.
Sorry, you're right. But also somewhere between 10 and 12. And is a is a raptor mixed with a triceratops, as Brent had said. But Rufu is between 10 and 12. He's about like maybe 4 foot, 5. His skin looks like an old leather glove, like a catcher's mitt. He's very dirty.
12.
Got this like just this dirty brown hair, very like greasy hair. He's wearing a loincloth, and over the loincloth he has open like this opulent robe that was opulent, but now it's all like tattered. It's got holes in it. It's dirty. And he's got these really, really like nice boots. And yeah, he's always like playing with sand. You don't know where he keeps it all, but he's got sand like all over the place. And a book. He has a book. He's holding like this. He's almost always holding and like flipping through this book, just looking at these pictures of dinosaurs. Oh, sorry. And he also has a little lemur friend who kind of like chills on his shoulder. He's got like this scar and like a chunk missing from one of his ears. We call him Boss.
Really ripped the lemur.
Yeah, he's jacked.
What a badass.
Like a small Armstrong and lemur form.
Yeah, as Boss. Can't forget about Boss.
I think Cologne. Is that it? Coloni's next?
Colony.
Go for it.
Yeah, Colony is a shorter, just she has long brown hair, water tribe, but not just any water tribe, swamp tribe, baby. We love the swamps.
Swamps all day.
So
I'm
she
born
has
on a
like
bayou.
She has like vines and like not seaweed but swampweed adorning her like clothing, wood and things for like protective armor and such. Long brown hair is kind of like tied back into it's just like not unkempt, but it's a bit messy. I mean, she's not really taking care of it. She doesn't really need to. She hasn't needed to. She has a water like container, I want to say, in the back of her, like just her lower back that she uses for bending, and then she has her like canteen water skin on her hip. And then right now you don't see Bobo, but you will meet Bobo soon. And when you meet Bobo, I'll describe Bobo. But she's averagely fit, not too tall. I think she's like 5'3". Just living out in the wilds, you know, she's built. That's it.
Awesome. And Sue is a pretty big guy, though I guess since Shen's the tallest, we'll say Sue is 5'10". And he's got black hair that's tied in a bun. Kind of looks like a dumpling with like a little pointed top. And
that gives him that extra inch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So now we're the same height. But he's got this big poofy like jumpsuit that he's wearing, this dark green jumpsuit. And it's probably all tattered and ripped up at this point. But it's big and loose so that he can like easily get into his sumo wrestling poses. And he doesn't really have anything else on him. He's got like a dagger that's tucked into like the like a little belt type thing that he's got at his waist. And then maybe he's carrying like a little bag, but he doesn't really use it. So
yep. The dagger is ornate.
Yes, very ornate. Looks like it's worth a lot of shins. And he's got this big scar over his left eye. Looks relatively fresh.
And I think upon seeing Sue, Tome, you recognize the dagger.
Oh.
This is a dagger that belongs to one of the Talons.
Oh, I'll like I guess sort of like jet step, but not really. I'll like boost next to him and like go behind him if I can, and try and grab the dagger from him, like real slick and fast, like just not like in a malicious way, just kind of like kind of look at it.
Let's do like a little opposed roll right here, because you're not gonna.
That catches me off guard. So yeah, but I definitely jump. Like I'll jump when you like appear behind me or whatever. Like whoa, hey, what are you doing? What do you think you're doing?
That dagger. Let me see it. And I'll like reach for it right away.
Slap
roll.
What kind of roll is this?
Yeah,
I'm gonna say rely on your skills and training to like be deft and skillful. And don't forget, you can always replace that with your balance by spending fatigue.
True.
Well, it's just 2 like flat D6.
2 flat D6 plus for relying on your skills and training is focus.
Focus. Okay.
Yeah, I got an 11.
Oh no. Ooh, I got 2 6s.
Oh, what the fuck?
Nice.
So 13. Do I roll again when I get doubles or something?
No, on boxcars, that's instead of, so in D&D, nat 20 is a 5% chance. Boxcars in this system, I think it's a 2-point-something% chance. So I always honor boxcar, snake eye. And in this case, I think that you're able to grab the dagger, sheath and all, and it maybe opens a little bit, like the dagger like moves, and it catches your eye that this dagger in particular doesn't just belong to a Talon. It's been inscribed by one of the hands, the other hand, not your mother.
Oh. Whoa.
Hey, give that back.
I'll like grab my staff and like glide up to like higher ground, back to like my perch if I can.
Thief!
Hot sauce level 5.
For this spicy moment,
Should've
they
made
have a hot sauce level 5 that was just redeemed.
A hot sauce level 5?
Oh, sheriff.
Yeah.
Stirred it
Courtesy of
hot.
the officer.
Came in here with this freaking gun loaded.
Fuck, guys. You know what? It's a good thing maybe.
It's
that,
like you gotta get
It is too
went
low.
all the way up to level 11 today.
16 is way too low. I can kill this man right now.
Yeah.
There are
You
limits.
underestimate his power.
Yeah, you guys can see I'm taking out number 5.
The peak.
This one's
The
Cajun.
crest, sorry.
Make him drink it.
Cajun being 5. All right.
I mean, number 1 was wasabi, and that was really tasty.
Cajun sounds tasty too.
It does.
Oh yeah.
Can we stack the effects?
Both of them.
You can like multiple people like stack it on
Oh,
Absolutely.
the number of
Enough so that it fills a cup.
I think we did put a limit to how many.
Then you gotta sip it for the rest of the campaign.
Oh,
And chug it before the end.
No, you gotta finish it that session.
Yeah.
I said finish it before the end.
The
you know,
chat's
for the-
already banding together to have you finish it.
That's what it smells
Yeah,
like.
oh.
And
We're done for.
Honestly, would use this in cooking for sure.
Oh.
Get that on
Would
some
you
shrimp.
would you eat it like that again though?
All right, confirm that the DM's a fucking firebender. Are you serious? Like,
Yeah, baby, 28-minute cooldown. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Thank gosh.
Oh shit, 30 minutes.
This is an outrage.
You know what? I need water for a second. I'm gonna be right
I
back.
wonder why.
We take a 2-minute break.
Get him some milk.
Got ourselves an intermission.
Right, you guys.
He
everybody
needs
think
milk.
about what you're doing in this second as a dagger. It makes its way into the hands of Tome. Tome, maybe as you get up to higher ground, you're able to read fully that this was a gift to the scale. From the hand, or from the to the talon from the hand. And I will also say you hear the construction bots outside start to work on that front portion that was bent closed by Shen. So everybody come up with a plan of action. You got 1 minute.
Okay. Well, when Brent comes back, I'm gonna throw the rock that I had with me at the new guy.
You can try.
I
but
can
I'm
try. You're
far
a quick
too
little
useful.
bastard. I can see.
Right,
You're
just
wearing
confirm
boots
it's
that
on
That's the
scale.
thing about this this system. If he rolls like a success, you get hit. It doesn't matter how quick you are.
Well, you might do opposed rolls.
That's true.
Depends on
He starts changing combat. Very true.
It's not really combat. It's more just like reaction. Like this guy just stole my dagger, and it's all of a sudden like on a higher floor.
So you
whip a
hurl
rock
a
at him.
rock at me?
That's my
bad.
signature move.
Could have been worse.
It is.
It is.
I have
Ask
Jessica in the other
questions
room
later.
who's like watching the stream, and she's like, "How do I make you eat spicy?"
Yes. Beautiful.
This is not gonna go well for me. I never should have okayed this.
You should have waited until we all had like a spicy lineup, you know?
Probably
That would have been the move.
Do other people want to do the spicy?
No, you
I'll
kidding
do
me?
I'll do it. I don't give a fuck.
People get to choose who gets it. Yeah, why not?
There
If
are
I
many
have to
spicy
leave
things.
midstream, that's not my
guess
problem.
that's just
You know, I
what's
gotta
gonna
do what I gotta do, you know.
Yeah.
Use the toilet cam.
Oh,
Don't
instead
tempt
of like
me.
the
Don't
instead of
fucking
the
tempt me.
MIA.
I don't give a shit.
Bidet.
The bidet
Yes,
cam, yeah.
comes with the bidet.
You know what? We'll do subscription goals, and then for every person that subscribes, I'll put like ghost pepper sauce in my whiskey, and I'll drink that during my session.
God.
Oh, but that's
terrible in your
easy.
whiskey.
That's easy.
It'll not only will it ruin my whiskey, I'm gonna have the worst time.
You put it in Jameson. You don't put it in a goddamn freaking Redbreast or whatever. You
And
know
I don't
what
know when it's gonna happen, and I obviously I'm gonna be drinking whatever I want to be drinking. So Unless I have like a special secret hot
We
sauce.
should
cup.
do the. We should do the.
You
cup.
have a Jameson always prepared so that you could just, if you have to put a hot sauce,
There
in,
you
just
go.
do it.
Throughout the session, people add to the cup. And then
Yeah,
at the end,
exactly.
you drink the whole cup.
What is this
thing.
thing?
Oh, I'd rather have it intermittently throughout
Yeah,
the
yeah,
session.
that's terrible.
All right.
Woo! All right. So what's the plan of action here? Everything's kind of happening all at once.
yeah, first
Tome,
things
you're bringing the
first.
dagger. All of you see this happen. Sue, you're.
Whoa.
This is just
I
happening.
throw a rock at him. Give me back my dagger.
Are you trying to like hit him?
Yeah, I'm just like throwing it in his direction. Like I'm upset.
Okay, so yeah, so it hits like the wall, maybe like right near you. What do you do, Tome, as this is happening? And you hear the construction bots like they start to like, and you like as they start to work on opening the door.
I just hear that. I look down. I like pocket the knife into my robes. And I yell down, "Now's not the time for fighting. You should save your youth for the bots that are about to break in." Like
I'm gonna get
very
you!
loudly.
I try to climb up to you.
Ananta's like, wait, let's not fight, and let's not fight these bots. Didn't we lure the other ones away?
Yep.
Like
We got to get to that airship.
I don't even know where it is.
we
in this
Yeah,
movie.
where is it? We don't know.
I'm not sure where it is either, but I do know something spectacular in the city.
Hey, give him his knife back.
It's not his.
It's worth 1,000 shins. Give it back.
It is actually.
I like
Alan gave it to him.
It was a gift. What do you mean it's not his?
you. What? I'll like jump down to him as he's climbing past him. Talk to the others. I mean, like,
God damn it.
who could have possibly given this to him? Did he fight a talon?
What's a town?
No, but Wu did give it to him.
What is a town?
Yeah, everyone's kind of confused. You guys are talking about talons.
Machines outside. We need to move. Just give it back to him. We can talk
right.
later.
And
Yeah,
there
Ananta's
are-
like, Jen, open a back door. A back door.
Do I
And
know
all of a
the
sudden,
name
you guys
Wu?
all see Jolo reach into the metal at the back and rip it open.
That's so hot.
Come on, Control!
Oh God.
Fucking metal bend?
Like snort of steam, like of pride.
I'm like, what the hell kind
Mighty.
of dinosaur is that?
It's not just a dinosaur. It's the Avatar.
Like, the Avatar died thousands of years, hundreds.
I'm
Who
grabbing
knows?
Jet's
That's a myth.
hand and running out. Jolo, open the door. We're going.
In every campaign. Oh.
These people are crazy.
And
What?
Ananta in one hand.
Oh my God.
Not
Now
doing
to
what
ready.
that is.
That's my girl. I need her.
Jolo's like gonna like gesture, like, let's get out of here.
I'm trying to
Down,
stay
just
next to
jump
him.
on his
Wink at
back.
Tome.
I follow the dinosaur in awe. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, and you guys are outside the other side of the building from these construction bots, and then Jolo is going to do like a tail swipe and
Close
just like
the fucking wall.
collapse this side of the building a little bit so that it's mostly closed.
Did that freaking dinosaur just earthbend? What?
I told you already. Okay.
Yeah, Ananta touches your arm. She's like, "That is the Avatar."
And his name is Jolo. Okay, and he's my brother.
I like sit down. I'm like, what? Oh, this is incredible. My mother would love to know this. Oh, we should get out of here. I like boost back up. You guys are in need of help. You have my assistance.
Don't know if you want help from a thief, though.
Who's a thief?
You took something that didn't belong to you.
This belongs to my culture.
That
A
doesn't make
commander
anything in
ahead of
culture
me,
belong
a
to
great
you.
warrior, owns this knife. Why would
What?
you ruffians have one?
We got to bring it somewhere.
So it's not yours.
It was given to him, so yes, it is his until he chooses to part with it.
No time for this. It's just a fucking knife.
I'll like take it out of my robes and like give it back to him. Like, how about we fight for it after when we're safe? Like chuck it back to him. Fire Nation custom.
I catch it and I go, but I have it now. Why would I fight you for it?
Because he's gonna try and take it.
All right, let's talk about this later.
Put it in my. Somehow it stays in my jumpsuit.
Nanta says, "What do we do now?"
The flying machine was over in that direction when Jet last saw it. So let's move over there, see if we can see anything overhead.
That's deeper in the city, though. Do we have a plan? Do we like? And you guys look around. Like, this has taken quite a bit of time, thrown you guys way off path to like go do this mission for J-Brav. You have to kind of like go all the way back to the other side now, back towards the center of the city.
Did your plan work? Because the machines showed up. We made a lot of noise. If we make noise somewhere else, the machines will go somewhere else, right?
I think they moved because we crushed another machine.
What?
Well, yeah, that was the idea.
You just crush machines. The first one, Rufu had to do insane bending to destroy.
I don't know if we destroyed it. It was just we made a building fall on top of it.
Yeah, we toppled the building onto it. Easy peasy.
Okay, we'll just continue doing that from now on, and we'll be fine. Who needs me to water bend? Yeah, you know.
We do?
Yeah, we do.
Constantly?
She's like, we've been running from these things for so long. We were running from them.
Do you not remember performing surgery and healing on the Avatar? We need your water bend.
I just meant in this terrible city with weird, disgusting machines.
Well, look, as we're moving, you and Jet didn't you use some kind of cover due to your water bending? I'm sure that'll be very helpful as we're going.
Okay, so I'll provide us cover with an Anta, and you guys can smash the things.
That's why we're earthbenders.
You guys are reckless. I like
I'm more of a crusher than a smasher, though.
I do the smashing.
So, as we move, Shen wants to keep an eye out for that other like black-clad machine, but also for anything flying in the air that resembled that machine that we saw flying before, or the Jet saw.
Yeah, I can keep an eye out for it.
Shen, you're at the front, kind of like leading the way.
Yeah.
So you start leading the way. Everybody else coming in behind. Koloni and Ananta start to try and make that mist again to try and like give you guys a little bit of cover as you move through the city. You do see some flying machines, small drones though. Different from the guardbot drones. These ones are like flat, kind of like discs, like a small like nub at the bottom, and they kind of like float through, and they're just flying overhead every now and then. Sometimes you'll see like a flock of them, like a little bit of ways away.
Like seagulls.
And as you guys go covered by the mist, you can have a little bit of cover from what you're doing. Jet, roll me and assess the situation as you keep a lookout. Shen, you hear something whisper to you. You hear Fang's voice.
Oh no.
And you hear it say, "Come to the center of the city, please."
Does it have the same intonation as the recording?
You hear that like frayed edge at the end of it, like a.
Okay. So, having experienced that before, he's not going to trust it. He's going to keep it in the back of his mind, but right now his priority is getting the machine for the others.
Yeah, and you essentially, I think you see like one of those small drones that flies like pass by like when this happens. So you're just like the only thing that was close enough you think that the sound could have come from.
while they're moving, can I bend these robots? Like, do I have a sense that like the metal they're made of is bendable?
You could try.
Can I just it's like can I sense if they are able to without actually bending them?
I'll say this. If I can move your balance towards excellence, then I'll give you an answer without having to do anything.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so the prodigy within you, as you think about what these things could possibly be made of, I think you have a lightning like realization of, if they're building things in the city and using materials over and over again, then there's a high likelihood that everything's kind of made of the same stuff.
So if I can bend the buildings, I can bend the machines.
And you get the sense exactly that you can probably bend most of the machines.
Yeah.
Or at least parts of them.
Cool.
Jet, what'd you get?
I got a big old 4.
As you look around, I think you look up and it starts to rain a little bit harder. And I think you realize that the day, as you guys make your way in, is starting to get a little bit later. The streets are wet. The water's all draining away, so it's not nearly as bad as when it was outside in the agrarian zone.
But it's getting
also
dark.
not nice.
The direction we're going, is it in the direction that I was like intending to go?
They're heading more or less towards the center of the city right now. That's kind of like where the flying thing that that Jet saw was. He saw it just to the left of the center of the city. And it kind of like disappeared. And I think that as you walk through the city, Jet, you start to realize that it probably disappeared maybe because it went behind the central pillar, like the central wall.
Shit. And we don't know fucking like the radius or the circumference of that middle wall.
It's very big.
Man. Guys, the weather's getting pretty bad now. Maybe we should stop.
Is there anything close by?
Rest for the night.
We still have a couple hours of daylight. We might still be able to move just a little bit.
It's just I can't really see what's up there, and I don't know. There's things flying around. I don't know if they can see us.
You need me to check?
How would you do that?
I could get up there. Scout around.
Sure.
It's the least I could do for, fair citizens of the Ash helping me out.
Ash. Yeah. Yeah.
Back
sure.
in a sec. Wave and try and boost my way up, sneaking to see if we're going the right way.
Sure. You boost up. You kind of airbend and go up into the kind of tops of some buildings and look around. There's a bunch of buildings around here. You guys are going the right direction towards the it's not hard to miss. Every once in a while, as you come through the buildings, you see it through the streets, that Venta black, it looks like a void in the middle of the city. So it's easy to orient yourselves towards this, even though you kind of get lost in the streets every once in a while. Right now, as the light starts to go down, or to go away, I should say, as the sun sets, really what you need is a place to stay for the night. And the closer you get to the middle of the city, the more, I think, intact buildings there are, but the more odd they are. Some have no roofs. Some, again, the closer you get, they have no doors, no windows. They just look like a rectangle sitting there in the street. Some are circular, oval. You see more of those buildings that are just all antennas.
Mm.
And so it kind of just seems like more and more inhospitable the closer you get. I think like scouting up here, like you see that.
Okay. So I'll pop back down. I'll be like, we're going the right way, but it looks a little dangerous. I don't know if it's easier to sneak at night, if we're less likely to be detected, or it's better to find camp here and wait till there's daylight. But I'm going with the flow right now. I always love a good mystery.
So at this point, how close are we to the center of the city? And
You like if you start traveling tomorrow, you'll get there. You guys essentially probably would have made it today, except for how bad the roll was.
But so if we travel well, we can get there in a couple hours, kind of thing, or it would take the most of the day to get there.
I'll say that if you forego camp tonight, like you could get all the way to that wall.
Okay.
How's everyone feeling?
You would be like not sleeping to do that.
It was more just like if we do stop for the night here, how long would it take in the morning if we travel well?
Oh, if you travel well, you'll have like leftover time kind of thing. And if you don't travel well, you'll just get there.
But it'll take most of the day to get there regardless. Okay.
We're still some ways away.
Look, if we can't see what's waiting for us, they can get us really easily. And there's some machines we don't know what they do just yet either. Easy enough to camp inside one of these buildings. Set out when it's light again. Unless
Sounds
you guys
pretty
want to
good to me.
continue,
I'm okay to stop.
I think we should stop here for now.
Everything sounds great.
Maybe we should find a spot inside one of these buildings.
Yeah, I'm just look for the largest one with the ground floor, I suppose.
Sure. You could find like a large-ish one. Probably one that like has a roof, like everything looks good.
That's it.
Seems to have an entrance, this one. So you open the door and you're able to go inside. And in this one, there is some furniture.
Ooh.
And it's made of metal, but there's like a couch and a table. And there looks to be like some counters like in a space. And there's like what looks to be like a small basin, essentially like with like a sink. But nothing works. Nothing's hooked up. There's no plumbing. There's no water. There's no electricity, really. Just
already using the latrine.
Yeah, just the like faint lights. I mean, there's a bathroom and potentially that you could use.
Oh,
It has the like the Asian style like squat toilets.
Okay. All right. Yeah. For night activity, Shen wants to go look for rations.
Anybody else? What's everybody doing?
should I heat up something for us to dry off on, or are we okay on that front?
I'm gonna tell Shadim. So Shadim, the way that travel works in Avatar, there's like a mini game. Every day we roll 2d6. If you have survival, you can rely on your skills and training. If not, then you can only use your balance for a fatigue instead. Otherwise, it's a flat roll. And then essentially, for all of the positives, good things can happen, such as traveling further or having no encounters or having good encounters. And for all the bad things, you travel less far and you have worse encounters. Hence the like really strong kind of guard bots that were encountered at the -7 roll from the previous day. At the end of every day, there's downtime where you can choose one evening activity that kind of like takes up your evening. It can be training with somebody, it can be talking to people, it can be making camp, looking for food, whole bunch of stuff. There is the threat of hunger. Every day that you don't eat, hunger is permanent, which means that one of your fatigue becomes a permanent fatigue and you can't heal it with sleep. Once you get to full fatigue that way, you start to take a condition. If you get to full conditions, you're essentially passing out. So within 9 days, your character starts to be kind of unable to function.
All right. Peril. Gotta eat.
Yeah, go ahead, Jet.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Shen, I'll help you with rations, finding some food.
Sounds good.
I think I'm gonna like stick close to Zoo right now, kind of like eyeing him and be like, "Hey, so that dagger," just really bothering him about it.
Well, what do you want? What do you want?
Listen, that's something very important where I'm from. There's levels to this in our society, and the honor guards above me carry those knives, so it feels weird seeing you with it.
I'll take it out, sort of just like look at it. Be like, never really thought about it before. I thought it was just a fancy dagger.
Oh, and I like put my hands out like to hold it. Only the best of the best get to hold something like this. Well, there's better, but it's a lot of hours put into getting something like this.
So,
Sounds
what are
important.
you, a flame then?
I'm a scale, but I left that to travel. Learn to live a little bit more free, and learn how the rest of the world works, and more about myself.
Where are you heading?
Well, kind of to the center of this place, there's a strange wall. Yeah. What about you guys? This dinosaur can't really be the avatar. Dinosaur bending is weird, but
No, it's true.
this thing can airbend.
Haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure it can at one point. Why don't you teach it?
Ananta? How's it been going?
It's true. You got one gust hour from Ananta, right?
You saw
Yeah,
it then air one time because Ananta rolled boxcars on the first trade.
He did it once. Haven't seen him replicate it, but he's got it going.
And I like turn and look up. Oh, the chance to train the avatar. Looked him. Can I teach him a thing or two? Is that weird?
No,
It's a little weird. I mean,
I don't think it's weird.
no.
Who doesn't
we
want to
barely
teach
know
the
the guy.
avatar something?
Oh, that's not weird.
I'm gonna rub it in my brother's face. Yeah.
Joel is just like, like he doesn't really mind, I guess, who teaches him. And he was intending on practicing air forms tonight.
Oh, dang it. I was going to have Cloney teach him because there's water falling from the sky.
Do you want to say something? I mean, you see
Yeah, I
him
was
kind
gonna
of
be
like
like, eh.
doing like air motions in the corner.
I mean, if he's already set on doing air motions, I don't want to stop him from his focus. But yeah, Cloney was going to try and go over to Jolo and think the boys have been teaching him earthbending, and he seems to have a pretty good handle on it so far. So she's going to be like, there's water everywhere and it's already in motion. Maybe, we can. How are you feeling about it, Jolo?
I mean, you say that, and he's like,
I'll be like,
hands. He doesn't know what to do.
I'll put my staff down and be like, well, Miss, air is the opposite of earth. And he's been hanging around these guys. It's time that he learns the opposite for a little while. A little wisdom.
I think Jolo probably puts his tail like in between you two, but like sheltering Cologne, and does like the wavy motions again, and then snorts in your direction, Tome. Rufu, you understand what he's kind of saying, which is he knows Cologne and he doesn't know Tome.
Yeah, he'd prefer to hang out with Mr. Kai. I think it's just better to let Joe ease into it because you don't want to end up a snack. You know what I mean?
A snack for someone blessed by dragons? Dinosaurs have no chance where we're from. Even if it is a bender.
Even if it is the avatar?
That's still to be tested.
Okay, Cloney is gonna. There's such a seething anger with what he just said. Do not bother Jolo. And then like she's gonna hug Jolo's tail as he's being all protective and be like, come on, bud, let's go. And she'll walk towards some sort of, maybe, I don't know,
You
a
probably
place
like
where
walk
water is.
away, and he like backs up and follows you.
I go, to each their own.
And I got
Turn
grab
around.
Kai at that point and be like, come on, we've got some rations to get.
Right, so
Yeah.
you guys roll me your three finding rations. Rufu, what are you doing?
I'm going to practice with boss more. Of
You
the,
practice with boss. So we're gonna roll some rolls for boss, and Kaloni, we're gonna roll some rolls for training the avatar. And Jet, you're making camp.
guess I'll roll as well. Yeah.
Does camp need to be made, or is this building sufficient?
Well, you're trying to warm it up.
Oh, yes. Is that feasible to do without being just like in the middle of the street?
I think probably what you do is like close off the other rooms.
Okay.
So you concentrate where the heat would be.
Ooh,
Then you probably make like a little vent or something on the side of the building so that whatever like smoke would like go outside.
Absolutely. A nice sauna. Oh, yes. Please.
Yeah. As you do so, how what's your score on learning the
It's not
manual?
good. It's not good.
What is it now?
2 failures and 1 success.
Right. Go ahead and roll.
I could use the fatigue.
Right. Rufu, what'd you roll to train boss?
Oh, here I will roll that now.
Oh,
What am I adding? What is it?
what is wrong with me?
You're adding harmony.
So that's 8.
An 8. So he gets like a couple moves, but you can see that he's having difficulty with it. And I think you probably noticed that he's looking like he's kind of hungry and distracted, but he's definitely willing to learn. Essentially, he rolled very poorly on his end.
I'm more training myself and just like seeing what he'll do and like kind of like how he'll engage with me and just kind of trying to make friends with him more than I'm not going to be critiquing any of his form. I'm more trying to practice myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just train with him. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of thing. Like once you guys finish training, like he'll curl up on and like sleep on you after.
Yeah. He could pick through my hair, find like little whatever grubs are in there.
He's picked it clean at this point. It's been a few days of you guys.
I'm clean. I don't believe that for a second.
Well, it's oily. It's just there's no more grubs. That
So I placed the orb down where I want like the center of this mountain to be, and I get a 5 plus 1 is a 6, so it still doesn't pass.
5 plus 1 is a 6, and as you kind of like you almost like you feel the earth, but it doesn't liquefy in the same way that you knew that those times. And then you hear Konohana's voice like this, and you feel like that burning under your skin almost, and you match that in your bending. And she's going to give you the +1 to actually hit the training.
She's the best.
Hell yeah.
Literally my best friend in this freaking game.
You guys have been making friends. There's
How dare you?
So you make a little magma pit. My 3 boyos who have gone to look for food. I want you to tell me your roles, but I am going to say that there's straight up no freaking food around here. There are no animals. There are no plants. There are no bugs. Right? And I think that while you're out looking at night, you notice there are mechanical sized insects going around. And so there are very small little robots that are like at night specifically that are going in the buildings and flying around, and like you can hear like a different, the beat of the city during the day was very much like a dum 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 dum, like the steady pounding of like a steel drum. And at night it's very much more of like a tuka 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 tuka, as like there's like all these little sounds of like tinkering on things, but it's also raining. And
Damn.
But they seem to be ignoring you. They're like around you, like they'll come right by you. Like they're kind of everywhere at this point.
Okay.
Cool.
Creepy.
All right.
I got a 6.
A 6. We got a
I got a 10 plus 2, 12.
12. So something happens
Hello.
there. And Tome.
Oh, what am I adding to it?
This is a 2d6. If you have the survival skill, you add rely on your skills and training. If not, you don't add anything. If you spend a
Okay.
fatigue, you can add your balance to it.
Nah. 8.
Perfect. So on a hit, you look around. So you all notice. So even you, Sue, you notice the bugs and stuff. And so maybe you're a little preoccupied with that. Tome, you see that there are like that flying like robot seems to like circle around the wall again, and you notice it disappear into the vent of black. It touches the wall, you see it, and the lights fade into the darkness.
Oh, whoa.
So you notice that specifically. Shen, on a 12, you notice several of those black robots with the blue faceplate. And they're kind of like positioned around your camp, kind of just apps like not moving, just staring in your direction. And one of them you see the like glowing faceplate like shifts between blue and like purple for a second, and then goes back to blue.
Can I try something?
Sure.
I want to like go close to one and play Fang's recording.
You like walk like right up to it?
Not right up to it, but like close enough that I should be able to hear even through the rain.
Sure. So you can like kind of come close to one. This one's like under like a balcony, so it's not standing in the rain. And you in the rain come out, have the recording, you play it. At Fang's voice, it moves its head to the recording, like it shifts its focus, and it doesn't move. But you can feel I think like as an earthbender, as a metal bender, there's like a static in the air, and you can even like the recording device. There's like a glitch in the recording almost that you hadn't heard before.
Okay, but it doesn't respond. It doesn't react aside from just kind of following the sound.
Doesn't look like it. Do you like move the recording kind of like around?
I mean, that would be the next step. Yeah.
Yeah. So as you start to do that, its head follows the recording device for as long as it's recording. So if once the recording like ends, then it goes back to like staring blankly with its face not directed at you, but it goes towards where your camp is.
Okay.
And just stays looking there.
And if I were to just speak, not the recording, but just my own voice,
what do you say to it?
What's at the center of the city?
Silence.
Okay. If I move off to like when it's not facing me, does it kind of orient to my voice though? Okay. All right, just wanted to check.
You make your way back?
Yeah. No, for now, I will. And they're all kind of triangulated on our camp.
Yeah, a little. I don't know if it's triangulated
So
necessarily.
like all like
three of them.
facing us, kind of thing.
Yeah, and each one is facing you guys. One of them is like behind a building, but still facing towards your camp. So two of them kind of like have eyes on it, but one of them like doesn't even like it's looking at a wall, but you know that it's facing towards where you guys are camped.
Okay. Yeah, so when I get back, I'll share this information. Like, we've got watchers. They're pretty sure they know where we are.
That sounds bad.
There's like 12 of them, of those like human looking ones.
3.
Oh, 3. Oh, okay, I thought you said like 12, like a round.
Oh,
Okay, my bad. 3, a lot better.
No, we could take 3.
3 is much better than 12.
Yeah, I guess
I agree with you.
got a little bit.
Scared the shit out of me.
Sorry, I got a little bit excited. These things are innovations. They're so complex.
Running off a power long forgotten. Fascinating, really.
I think it's running off just spiritual energy right now.
So just to confirm, no food, right?
Yeah, no, I didn't find anything. Sorry.
No, me neither.
What?
A journey to the beyond, mayhaps. Yeah. How youthful.
Cloney, how's your training with the Avatar going?
I'm waiting to roll just to see. Oh! Oh my god, look at it. I want you to look at it. I want you to look at it.
Look at how? What?
Where?
He
Where do I
does it.
look?
He has the power.
Okay.
That's all I
Give me
care
1
about.
second.
One.
Good or bad?
Oh, I never started the session.
Oh, that's really upsetting.
I'm sorry. Well, it started now. I can't see it though. What'd you roll?
I rolled a 13. I wanted you to see it. This is the best time to roll a 13. I'm proving
Wait,
my
box
point.
cards?
No, not box cards. It's a 4 plus 6 plus 3. But it still
That's
makes
pretty
me
damn
feel
good.
good.
That's still pretty damn good. So that's an absolute success, as we say. And so as you're training, Jolo, I think after his first training with airbending, which was a critical, and now as close to a critical as we could pretty much get, he not only is moving air, you can see him move smoke, like part of like the magma exhaust out through the hole that Jet created. So he's like moving specific parts of the room out, kind of like in the way that Ananta did. So you see him do this, and you know that he's essentially learned airbending at this point, but it's not practiced and it's not mastered.
But not waterbending?
Oh,
I was slightly. I was.
Oh wait, yeah, true.
The great
Your
flame
waterbending went so
divine.
well. You
Yeah.
learned airbending.
Only was an airbender in my head for a second.
Incredible.
I think it's the hot sauce, so I'm so sorry about that.
Come on, Indigo.
Get him again.
Never mind. So airbending was last time. This time it's waterbending. Waterbending, you do so well. It's not a critical, so he doesn't immediately just get as far along as he did with the airbending. But you do see him start to move water. And that's a full success, I think, on his part. Yeah, absolutely. So this counts as, I'm going to say, 2 successes total. Because he succeeded on his roll as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Feels great.
Such a quick learner.
They're natural, Jolo.
He looks fully happy that you have complimented him on this.
I'll cheer him. I'll cheer him on. From
He's
the
essentially
other side
bent
of the camp
3
as
elements
well.
now. So there's only 1 that he hasn't been able to bend.
Fire.
Very much like Aang, the last one.
All right. So we have no food.
Well, take off my backpack.
Doesn't
There's
Tomei has like 2 rations, right?
I don't
He had to
know
give a
if
bunch to Johnny.
Well, Johnny took 5, and you were supposed to have 10, Tomei. That's what we said.
Yeah.
So he took
Okay.
5, and then he threw one of the, like he had taken 6, but he threw one of them back. So you have 5 total.
All right. Yeah. I'll just hand him out.
You guys are now 6, 7, 8. So you're 8 people.
Yeah. So Shen had found 5 in the guard tower as well. So he'll split the difference and have 2 left.
I also have 8 total.
Keep that for emergencies, because that's your backpack.
And this is payment for helping me out.
Thanks,
Thank
guy.
you. My impression of you was completely wrong.
As soon as you give this man a
Very
bite.
food motivated.
And everyone with a little bit of food in their belly is able to go to bed.
With a roof over our heads.
To take a watch,
That's nice.
because with these bugs going in and out of the buildings and everything, and these 3 other machines keeping an eye out, don't really want to chance anything overnight.
Sure. So who's watching?
I'll watch.
And
I'll take a watch.
so Rufu, Shen,
Zoom.
As many as possible. Really.
I think I'll try and like tuck away and sleep somewhere like a little different. Just because I just met them. you know?
I mean, they're like in a group on one side of the room, and it's you and like the other corner. But it's still warm in here, so everybody gets a comfortable sleep tonight, which is 3 fatigue instead of the usual 2. It's warm, it's dry as heck in here. The wind, like the air is being circulated or was being circulated. So it's a fairly decent place.
Can I try and like wake up earlier, like before everyone, and try and form another contract to try and get safely to the center?
Yes, but before we get into that, we have our watches. So the first watch is going to be
It'll be me.
Shen. So Shen, you start off the night.
Okay. That's a 7.
For rely on your skills and training. Perfect. So you keep a watch, and you notice that the insects kind of don't enter in through the hole that Jet made for the exhaust. As long as there's like a little bit of kind of smoke going out.
Okay.
And I think other than that, you don't really notice much going on. You hear the rain start to pour like very heavily outside. And it kind of like makes the city a little bit quieter, isolates you in this room with everyone else.
Are there windows?
There are not windows in this building.
Oh, okay.
There's just the one entrance.
But there's an exhaust on the ceiling for the smoke.
It's like the top of the wall, like to outside.
Okay. I do want to keep an eye there just to see if there's any passing lights. For example, like a machine that's flying by or walking by at that height.
Sure. Yeah. So you keep an eye on there. I think you don't really see anything like that. You see maybe one of the bug bots looks and then goes away. And that's about it for I think the whole watch.
Okay.
I think maybe on your watch, if you look at the recording device, and you try to play it again, it's dead. There's nothing.
Okay. So that means there's some kind of leaching from. Okay.
Something happened there.
Yeah.
Who do you wake up?
I'll go wake up Rufu.
When you wake up, Rufu goes, "No, wake me up last."
All right. And then I'll turn around and go wake up Zoo.
Oh, already? Oh, wake me up last. Roll over.
Look, if you want to go wake up Rufu and do it both of them together, you're more than welcome to.
Ugh, fine. I start getting up.
The only one you have to blame is Rufu.
Look over at him. Oh, he's so adorable, though.
I'm tucked into sand and nestled into Joe.
Sleep coffin.
Pretty much.
Amazing. So
Snoring.
you're awake. the patter of rain outside. And the building is like squat. It's not too tall, but there is another floor, so you don't hear the rain on the roof. But you do hear like the sound specifically from like that small hole that was created to let stuff out. It's like that's where all the sound of the city is really coming from. And the only sound you can hear is the rain falling, blanketing everything.
Okay.
I think at some point in the night, towards the end of when you were like about to go wake up, Rufu, you hear a big thud. Only one, and that's it.
Okay. Does it feel like how far does it feel? Like the thud itself, like does it
Hard to
physically
tell.
shake me, or like it's just
You
sort of
hear
like
it from that hole, right? Like
okay.
that's where you
It's
hear
more
it,
of a
but
here. Okay.
it's more of a here. You feel a bit of a vibration, but can you really tell where a vibration is coming from?
I mean, the closer it is, the shakier
Definitely from
it is.
outside.
A little bit, but yeah. But yeah, okay. So if it's mostly sound, then I'm just going to I'll sort of like I'll wait a little bit, and then maybe I'll wait like a little bit longer to wake up Rufu, and then if if no more sound happens, then I'll go wake him up.
Sure.
Hey, buddy.
I said, wake me up
You are
last.
last.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, you got some extra sleep. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
He didn't want to do the watch.
I like dust it off.
What? No. I like bring it back onto me.
He wants to
Put on my robe, start vacuuming all the sand up into my
Amazing.
sleeves.
Hey, Rufu, just keep an ear out. I heard something kind of loud.
Okay. I go and I open the door and I go outside.
Yeah, you stand outside. It's raining hard. The insects, I think, by the time your shift comes around, are gone.
Is there like a little like overhang that I can just stand and huddle? Because like rain doesn't happen often in the desert, and when it does, it happens like crazy. But I feel like Rufu's only really experienced one rain and then like a spattering here or there in Shin and stuff like that. So he's like just standing under the awning.
It's been raining for the past like 4 days.
Yeah, but everybody's been complaining, so he hasn't had time to enjoy it by himself, you know?
Fair.
I'll say you can make a little awning, like you can like move some of the
Yeah,
stuff
just-
off the building. Yeah.
Sand umbrella.
Turns to mud.
Oh yeah, that I don't think that would work. So little awning that you create. And you're out here looking at the city, and I think you see like a mist start to form. And it slowly rises from the ground and then over your head and starts to take everything over.
Foggy out here.
And you realize it's hot.
It's hot. Uh-oh.
Not like burning you or anything, but it's hot.
Mm-hmm.
That's humid, and that's the mist that's coming.
I'll wait until it gets to be unbearable. I'll pay more attention to like if I can hear anything coming. And depending on like I might wake people up a little bit early if it's like, you know, if I feel it's uncomfortable or something like that. So
It's
I'll just
an uncomfortable humidity. It doesn't get hotter than this though. It's kind of stays at this level. And the rain is still quite heavy. And I think that you definitely think it's a little bit odd that it would be steaming up so much, yet also still raining. And like it's like a cold, like if you reach your hand out, like it's a cold rain that's hitting your hand.
yeah, and it's not like hot, like it wasn't hot outside before.
Not particularly, no.
So okay. So I'll just go inside.
Well, so
And I'm not used to fog anyway.
during that happening though, I think that Tome, you wake up and I think you probably perceive that Rufu's on watch.
Okay. Yeah. He's a kid. don't mind. I'll kind of like try and go out and like tuck myself somewhere, I guess.
They earthbended all the exits into this one room, except out of the building, closed to keep the heat in here.
Okay, well, it's fine. I'll just do it. I think they're sleeping. I'll just do it there.
Sure. You go to like the corner.
Yeah, kind of like turn. Yeah, the kid's on watch. I don't think he's gonna see. So yeah, I'll try and summon forth a contract with the spirit to take us to the point in my book.
Absolutely. So you kind of take out the parchment, the ink, start the ritual, kind of like probably like a drop of blood goes into the ink as you write on, like before you like dip it and write on the parchment. You write the ancient clauses that require the spirits to aid. And what like specifically, what does your contract state?
We require a safe and covert passage to the point that lies in my book.
So you write this, and I think you have to write out as part of the contract, like what that is in the book. And the book only states that it's within this city center.
So I guess it would be beyond the wall.
Yeah. So you like pause at the city center, and then like comma, like, and like beyond the like the dark wall at the center of the city. What is the reward that you're putting up for the contract?
Oh man, I don't have much. I have to state the reward now?
You do. It's when you put the job posting, you have to state what the pay is.
Would a favor suffice?
You could say a favor. Any favor?
Yeah, I'll leave it open-ended.
Do you write any favor?
No, I write a favor that doesn't put my nation or family in trouble.
So so the reward is a favor that does not put your nation at risk.
Yeah.
Okay, so you write it. You light the incense. You catch the page.
Or family. Let's say it's
you're about to catch it on fire. You go, wait. And you write, or my family. And then you light it on fire. It catches you bend the embers. They swirl and out through the small hole, out into the rain to the world. The contract is set. Those are the terms. Rufu, you come back in.
The beast has been summoned.
Of like incense in here. And I think you probably noticed that like Tome has moved.
So I'm gonna walk up to him and go, hey, what are you doing? It smells kind of weird.
Just keep your watch. Don't distract me.
My watch is done. Like, it's almost time for everybody to wake up. What are you doing?
Don't worry about it, kid. Just go to sleep and I'll take watch when I'm done. A kid as youthful as you needs their rest.
Well, you should just tell me what you're doing. Like, that'd be really chill.
I'm asking for help.
The room gets really dark.
I ignore it.
Speak. The shadows lengthen, and all of a sudden, it's hard even to see each other's faces. Out from the floor, legs shooting out, a dark shadow creeps up, like a centipede-like body coming upwards with these crooked, jagged legs, and a white mask over its face.
Well,
And it comes up and looks at you and says, "Any favor?"
Ah, crap. Do I recognize this one from my studies?
This spirit looks pretty fucking demonic. I don't know that you would recognize it particularly. You haven't made a deal with this one before. But it definitely like comes out of like the shadow of the world.
No, I might have gone too far. Salutations, spirit. Tome Kai.
And you don't forget the terms we set out. You don't have to hire this guy.
I remember. I'll at least hear it out.
Good nods. As far as you could, like its head bobs like crookedly at you, but like you take it for nodding.
Listen, you're a
Rufu. You see this, and it touches you like with some of its legs, like.
I'll grab his head and like turn him, be like, "Don't look at this kid."
I think this seems dangerous.
Best not to talk to it either. Spirit, what's your name? Who am I asking service of potentially?
Call me Glit.
Glit, a lovely name. My grandmother was named Glit. Listen, what are your terms to bring us fine folk to beyond?
Any favor?
I don't like the way you say that.
I promise you'll be safe. Contractually.
And my limbs, will they be intact?
Fully safe you will be. Kai Tome.
Oh, I don't like the sound of this. Kid, do you like the sound of this?
I don't like the sound of this at all. I don't even know what the fuck is happening.
Now, listen, Spirit, do you got like a younger brother or something? Somebody a little more comforting.
Is this no?
I'm going to have to take a hard pass. Sorry about that.
And it like goes back slowly into the ground. The light like seeps back into the room. You can see like the shadow retreat.
Well, that was unpleasant. Kid, try not to have any nightmares. And I'll like push him along.
I've seen worse shit than that, but that was really creepy. Why did you just do that?
Listen, maybe you should wake the Avatar for this. They probably want to know how to do something pretty special. I wouldn't give this knowledge to anybody, but see a dinosaur bend. Maybe this is something I'm meant to believe. Maybe the flame is willing something here.
I think you got to explain it to me first. Joe's my brother, not just the Avatar, and I'm not just going to let you freaking make him sign a contract with some sort of weird spirit.
They're not always weird. I mean, the other little guy was kind of weird. I've been on a bad run, but like, you know, I'll get lucky one of these times. I mean, that guy did save me. So, you know, J Brav, here's to you. But yeah, listen, there's ways of asking the spirits for favors. And, you know, you could accept or not. They have very strict conditions. You know, there's a very specific way to do it. I'm not just going to tell you how. But, you know, maybe the Avatar is a little better at it than I am.
What did you get us roped into?
Nothing. I was just chilling. I mean, I was trapped, but, you know.
So how do these spirits help us? What did he do, that weird dude? I don't even know what he is.
I promised any favor that didn't harm me or my nation or family. But I don't know, that guy, I've never seen anything as youthful.
That sounds like a really steep, like, but that's okay. any favor?
Yeah, I didn't really think that one through.
No, you did not. No,
Yeah.
you absolutely did not.
But that's what life's all about. You try, sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. But it's all about the will to try.
And as you say, the will to try, through the hole, a pompadour sticks out, and then and squirting out of the hole in the side of the wall is J-Brov. Johnny kind of gets up, goes, "Woo-hoo. I heard you need a guide."
Little dude. I know you'd come through again. He'll like go down, give him like a fist bump. Got more rations for you if you can get us there safely.
You said any favor, and I have my favor all picked out.
What, you want a date, don't you?
No, I'll tell you what it is later.
You know what? You helped me. You got yourself a deal, Johnny.
Hoo-ha!
Are you making deal with two spirits now?
Nah, just this dude.
Okay.
He reaches out to shake on the deal.
We can shake.
And as you shake on the deal, the pact is signed. And Johnny says, "Ooh, I can't wait for you to get me a spot on the Spirit Council."
God damn it.
And that's where we're going to end this episode of Avatar Age of Bone. As everybody starts to wake up and you see Johnny Robbie in the room with you, shaking hands with Tome.
So he did know where the airship was, the bastard?
Or he knows nothing.
No, he just
He's gonna help us get to the middle.
help
of this
them bring into the center.
Yeah.
That's all. Nothing about the airship was mentioned.
Why do we want to get to the center? I thought the airships were in the center.
We don't. He does.
Kai.
Oh, gosh.
Your goals are not, they're like this. They're like right next to each other.
Airships are going to be in the center.
Oh, okay. So we're golden. I love that.
You don't know that.
Assumptions.
But now it's time for growth and advancements in Avatar. Thank you all for sticking around. Stick around just a bit longer, and we're gonna get to the outro in just a sec. But first, it's EXP.
EXP.
Okay, we got to work on that.
No.
EXP.
I'll do it a different tempo.
That's all that matters.
Apes strong
They're participating.
together.
So growth and advancements. At the end of each session, we answer some questions. Did everyone learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world?
Well, you got a hot sauce level 3 at the end of the stream.
Are you kidding me?
Have fun going to bed, dude.
This one's mango.
Okay.
Which sounds
dessert.
delicious. So did you guys learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated?
Yeah, these robots are really cool.
Yeah, that's some sort of weird dagger lore.
And we met someone new as well.
Sweet. I'm glad to hear that the robots are cool.
I learned that you could sign contracts with the spirit.
I didn't want to interrupt that, but Kaloni, I'm gonna put down notes for when Kaloni wakes up.
Or when Colony wakes up, something's gonna happen.
You just see the same spirit you saw yesterday.
Essentially.
But then there's like a spiritual shift or something in this room, just like, demon popping in and out, and then Johnny's like, huh!
Would there be?
Sleep paralysis.
Do spirits leave spiritual traces if they're just present and then gone?
I find it hard to believe that
found
she
out.
wouldn't have noticed that, but we'll see.
What's this one called?
Mango?
Mango, right?
That's it. Mango.
Very
It's
good.
just from my country. It's
Of
just
the
Scotch
3 you've
bonnet.
tasted, which has been the best?
So this one is spicy on the nose, like at the front, and then it's very smooth and sweet on the back. I see why it's a number 3.
Mm.
I will say wasabi was very good. This is my number 2 for the night. I think if I wasn't on a stream, like I would want to put this is like Frank's Red Hot. I would put this on everything.
Mm.
But the Cajun one actually had the most flavor. There's a bunch of spices going on here. Even if you look at the
Makes
picture,
sense.
there's a little bowl of spices. So it's more than just one pepper. So it's actually quite tasty.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Little sauce review.
Very cool. Thank you. Thank you. Who redeemed that?
Slushy again.
What?
I had to get you.
Thank you, Slushy Pop, for
Got him.
redeeming a couple of hot sauces this session. And who was the other one who redeemed?
Indigo.
Sheriff.
Officer, the one and only.
Officer?
Hot sauce?
Officer.
Sherlock.
Yes, officer.
Oh, thank you.
Militiaman himself.
Whew. Well, I'm glad everyone learned something exciting or complicated. On to question 2, did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem?
Not
I just leveled up, by the way.
Does
We helped Johnny, I suppose, but that's not really a community problem.
yeah, now Kai is part of the
Nah.
community. He was here for a couple days. We helped him.
We haven't helped him yet.
No, we
haven't
saved him
helped
from
him.
the
yeah,
building
you-
he was stuck in.
Yeah, you freed me. And we're all a
He had
part of
10
this
rations. He
thing.
was fine.
Solve a community problem. Interesting. I'm going to say helping Kai was not a community problem.
It's an individual. Bro.
But I will say you did stop a dangerous threat.
We did.
You guys just don't know what it is.
Wait, what?
Give us
You can't just
a-
say that.
That's terrifying.
We get experience without even knowing we did.
Oh,
I'm
my God.
gonna mention it, and then I'll put it out to the group. Do you guys think you should get experience for stopping something that you had no idea about?
Honestly, I don't
Well,
think so.
like
Personally,
no idea, or we just don't remember what it was.
No, you don't.
We didn't realize.
You
that
did
if we had-
something, and it has stopped something very dangerous.
Damn.
That's sick.
No, I don't think we
that's
should get
really
it.
cool, but I don't think
I
we
want
should
to
get
find
it.
out what we did.
Yeah,
I want to know what
but
it is.
because
Yeah,
we
I'm
don't
so
know,
curious.
After we
Not
find
taking
out.
that first contract.
Also, yes, that's a very good move. It does that. I will count that. Okay, so no one take that one then. Did you guide a character towards balance or end the session at your center?
I did indeed.
I actually took one away from my center.
Oh,
You fool.
It's only the beginning.
It's all good.
Amazing. So those who are at their center at the end, you can mark that off. And then for each player, if there are any hammer icon playbook characters, have them review their special actions. We got a hammer boy.
Hammer. No, I did not make any progress. Towards my adversary, who is the white-haired woman, and yeah, no sign of them. So.
No sign of them this session.
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 The
The
shit
hot
happens.
sauce made my lips a little bit numb.
Yeah.
The tip of my tongue is not working.
The tip of the tongue, the teeth, the tip.
We're going to ask those questions to each of our lovely players. Did you express vulnerability by admitting you were wrong or that you should have listened to someone you ignored? That's to Rufu.
No. Not at all.
Not yet. You haven't really gotten vulnerable with somebody.
I've done it twice.
Not this session.
No.
Sue, did you make progress towards your goal? No. And I guess the action that you could have taken, though, that I was referring to before, was do you want to change your adversary?
Oh. I think so. I'll change it to. Can it be like a group? Can it be like robots in general? Just like
The machines.
the machines. Well,
I'm
that's
going to
not really-
say yes.
Can I choose defend? Well, not defend, but I guess defend from, like defend against,
Protect.
protect. Again, well, it has to be an adversary.
It has to be progress towards an adversary, right?
Yeah.
So
I think
progress doesn't have to be fighting. It can be potentially defending, but the defending must have achieved something.
No, you're right. I'm actually going to keep it as the white-haired woman, and I can always change it if I get a condition anyway. So if the moment requires it, then I'll change it. But for now, we're trying to stay away from them. So,
Right, perfect. We're gonna go over to Jet Shenghu. Did you improve the lives of a community of average citizens or help an ordinary person with their problems?
Yes, I think.
You
As
helped-
we've learned, Mushroom Man was a yes. They're becoming more normal, these spiritual beings. Helped Johnny fulfill his contract.
Yeah, and I think by extension you helped Tome, who is a person.
Oh yeah, that too. That too.
And I think from now on we're not going to count Tome as an ordinary person because they've demonstrated perhaps that they have connections to unordinary people after the fact. Shen, did you express gratitude to a companion for their presence, support, or teaching?
No, I didn't stay in any moment like that. No.
Hard to find a moment today amidst the chaos. Kaloni, did you resolve an issue or conflict relying on something other than your training?
I don't think it's an issue or a conflict as much as it's just like I proved that waterbending was the right choice.
I'll say you started tackling an issue, and the issue is that the avatar cannot waterbend. So you haven't fully resolved it yet because he hasn't learned it yet fully. But perhaps that's something that you've started to work on.
Okay.
Kai Tome. I forgot to write your question down, apparently. Can you tell me what your question is?
Did you learn something meaningful or important about your lineage, its members, or its effect on the world and others? No.
Important or meaningful about your lineage? Yeah, perhaps not today, but perhaps soon. Since that's something that you're actively striving towards.
Yes, sir.
Cool. All right. Well, I think that's it for today. So thank you all you hexagons for watching, and thank you all for playing. You can find us on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, and Discord at TheHexagonTTRPG. We're Hexagon. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
have a good night.